Hola, 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 ¿cómo estás, everybody? How are you doing today on this awesome Friday, Freestyle Fridays, that is? My name is Sonia Marie. What's happening with you? I'm so glad that you can join me today. Yep, this is live as usual, per usual. So if you're seeing my beautiful face, after the fact, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming back and getting a little bit of information, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of freestyle energy as we do over here on Fridays. On Mondays, I come on every week as well to give a weekly rundown in regards to what's happening astrologically speaking. You can get a lot more details, bring a notepad and a pen, and see what the week is going to be about on some level. Astrology is not God. You know what I mean? It's not the end all to be all, but it's energy. And the energetic flow of it all helps us, being aware of it helps us to navigate our day. You dig? But today we're going to talk a little bit about astrology and also open it up for some readings. If you have your rising, my brain just farted. If you have your rising, your sun, or your moon sign, okay? We're going to talk about this new moon in Taurus today. There's that piece of hair. That was driving me crazy. Happy new moon in Taurus to everybody. I'm so glad there's a few people that's rolling in right now. I'm going to say hello to them in a minute. I want to give y'all a little heads up. There's no real announcements, but just to remind you, if you want to get your girl's book, The Signs, an Astrological Memoir, please do that thing. It's available at Book Baby and Amazon. Only $20. You can get it for a friend, somebody that you know, you love, for yourself. It's a pretty good read, to be quite honest with you. Also, if you want to get a reading yourself, an astrological reading, please hit up my website. I do 90-minute readings as well as hour readings and couples readings. I announced this too last week or the week before. I also do parties, like Zoom parties, if you want to get your girlfriends or your guy friends, anybody together to talk astrology about what's currently happening at that particular time and what's happening in your chart, you and your friends' charts. We can do that as well. So just hit a sister up. I'm wildly accessible. Sometimes I don't like it, but I know it's necessary. But I will say I am accessible. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. My website, my website is wordlifeastrology.com, but you can always email me too at wordlifeastrology@gmail. Yeah, that's that. Let me say what's up to the people, to the village, to the folks that roll in and support a sister. I'm so grateful for you. And thank you for your donations. Your monetary donations help a sister. You have no idea. Trust me when I tell you. They do help. Even when you share these videos and you let people know about what the information that comes through, I am so appreciative of that. So thank you. And thank you to the Sweet Village for always sliding in. Like Bijou is always up in the place. I mean, at least 90% of the time. That's my Aquarius girl right there. What's up? Katrina is here. And just Brianna loves love. Hi, Sparkle. I'm going to see you in almost 2 months. Costa Rica bound. Here we go. Yep. Did y'all know? I'm sure you do. The 6th annual Word Life Astrology Retreat in Costa Rica is going down, clowns. July 24th to the 29th. I can't wait. Like literally, I can't wait. I'm trying to be in that jungle. I need to be in the jungles. I need to hear the monkeys. I need to hear the frogs waking me up in the morning. I need it all. Gosh darn it. So, Rachel, I can't wait to see you there, sweetie pie face. Moni Love is here. What's going down? Our Clark is here. And Angelique, the artist, always happy to see your name. These delectables. I want to taste some of them delectables, girl. What's going on? Stop teasing the motherfucker. What's up, sweet tea? Chanel is here and Melissa Jess. Hi, my Virgo friend. What's going on, Shanice? Oh, this is awesome. I'm so glad that y'all are already here. Look, she already put her shit up there. Imani is like, rising Leo, Sun, Virgo, Moon, and Sag. All right. I'm going to try my best to remember. But if I don't, can you put it back up when I ask you? I appreciate that. Okay. High on OJ. Everything tastes better in a wine glass. Don't y'all know that? Everything tastes better in a wine glass. I wish I could put some goddamn hot tea in a wine glass. If it didn't break, I would sip hot tea out of a wine glass. That's for sure. Okay, let's rock and roll. Again, happy new moon in Taurus for all of y'all at 28 degrees. Yo, where does that fall in your particular chart? Do you know? Do you know your chart? I do my best to be the teacher that I am innately. That's just who I am. By sharing information and letting you know how you can further expand your astrological knowledge and get some information about yourself when I'm not around or when any other astrologers are not around. And squirrel, I always promote astrologers that resonate, that say things that resonate with what it is that you believe, right? Because it's always good to hear different perspectives in order to devise your own. I really highly promote that because Sonja's view is one view, and then you got Miss Brown's view is another view, and then you got somebody else's view, and you put it all together, and then it kind of makes sense. So go on and do that thing. But here's the teaching part. Go to ALABE.com. That's ALAB, ALABE.com. In the center of that blue page, you'll see natal chart, free natal chart. You can put in your time, your date, and place of birth and see what your rising sign and your moon sign and your sun sign is, okay? You can also see what house, this is the point I was getting to, the teaching point. You can also see what house Taurus is regulating. There are 12 houses because there are 12 constellations and broken up. The universe is broken up to 12 pieces of pie for the 12 constellations, right? So you can see which part of your particular chart is governed by Taurus. And when you see that, go to the very end of that block, that piece of pie. You dig what I'm saying? Because then that will more than likely be round about 28, 29 degrees. And then you can see what house that particular new moon, today's new moon in Taurus, falls into. The reason why I'm doing my best to teach you and to share is because I like sharing and I like teaching, and I think it makes us all better when we do it. But the other reason is because I want to talk a little bit about the new moon in Taurus per my favorite author, Jan Spiller. And then you can tell how the information that I talk about, the Taurus moon information that I speak about, how it falls in your particular life. The houses deal with, as the village hut knows, the where situations are ending up in your life. Where is Miss Sonja Marie's fan? Not me, my sweet namesake, who I love. I've been adopted by Ashley's mama. I just love her to death. And by the way, her name is Sonja Marie. And like I told y'all before, she gifted me this beautiful fan. Thank you again, Miss Sonja. I really appreciate you more than you know. Ooh, in the middle of the night, the girl feels it. And I gotta put it on me. I gotta put it on me. I gotta put it on me. Anyway, okay. So wherever this new moon in Taurus ends up in your chart is what the new information that I talk about is how it's going to highlight in your life. For instance, if it's in your 10th house, this new moon in Taurus, the information that I talk about will pertain to 10th house information, and that's your career, your public life, your world stage, your reputation. You dig what I'm saying? And your destiny. Not Destiny's Child, but your own destiny. You dig what I mean? So this new moon information brings new opportunities, Taurus-like style, for your career in your 10th house. You get that? If you don't and it went over your head, don't worry about it. You should sign up for the next hut, to be truthful with you, and let me teach you. Let me show you something, right? Otherwise, just look it up. This is the internet. The fucking internet. Okay? Let's start off. Hey, by the way, if this fan is too loud, let me know. Nazi Vaughn told me last time it wasn't, but in case y'all hear it today for some odd reason, let me know, because I don't want my voice to fight with the sound of this fan. Okay, I'd really appreciate it. Aside from that, what was I about to say? Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, if you have a question, because this is Freestyle Fridays, this is what we do. If you have a question, please put the question mark in the front of the sentence as well as behind it. Again, because I have a hard time seeing sometimes, and I can definitely point it out. Oh, Rachel L. Bell, Sparkle Lady, what do you want to know? When studying other astrologers, is there a such thing as too old information, like dated or no longer applies? Ooh, we Bell. I need the fan and the napkin. Hold on. As a matter of fact, it is. However, some never. uh, this is like a four-parter. You know what I mean? Not really, but I have all kind of thoughts around that. The general question, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Answer rather. The general answer, sure. There can absolutely be some outdated information depending on how old the person is, who they are, who they studied under. You get what I'm saying? And also, second part, trying not to make this too long. Science continues to change, and there are people, excuse me, that study astronomy that believe that there's new stars and new constellations and new planets that are are developing and showing up in our universe, which there probably are. I'm not debating that fact for sure. However, some never. That would make possibly my information outdated because I don't necessarily subscribe to all these new planets and information that's coming up in regards to astronomy or astrology for that matter. So yes, and to be truthful with you, it could be. But then here's the third part to the answer. I think sometimes, oftentimes, especially in life, this is a great download kind of situation too. And not to dig on you, my sweet Aquarius sister, but there's so much information in the world, right? As we all know, per the internet, per things that happened centuries ago, per things that are about to happen. Just there's a lot of information. And oftentimes when we inundate ourselves with way too much information, life becomes too complicated. Can I get a yes, yes, y'all? Can I get a what the fuck are you talking about? Anything, any kind of response. Y'all hearing me? Um, there's always like sometimes I think as human beings we do our best in our arrogance and our exuberance and our way of being. If we're air signs and have a lot of air signs and we just thirst for knowledge, we do our best to like be consumed and oftentimes over consumed with information. El Bell, I'm expounding on this answer because I think it's necessary. And this is what we do, Freestyle Fridays, right? I give y'all long ass answers, but I'm really trying to make it short. I think sometimes we go overboard. And I try to teach this in the hut. I'm like, yo, I know y'all want me to do a part 2, a part 3, a part 4. But to be quite honest with you, there's not too much more that I know. I do know a lot, but there's not too much more than I know. But at the same time, I like to stay in the basics, cuz stay with the basics. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, y'all? Only 2 people agree with me. I'm just saying, I'm not bullying you to agree with me, but does that make sense? Sometimes, Mystic, go into the bed. Go in the room and do that, okay? Sometimes, oftentimes, when we strive to just be better and know better, we get bored with the basics, you know? And grandma said, all you got to do is put egg and flour and water and salt, and there's the bread. I'm sure there's baking soda somewhere in there, but the simple ingredients. Why you want to put all kind of other shit in there to make bread? Y'all hear what I'm saying? Are y'all with me? I'm just saying, Mystic, go in the room and handle your business, cuz. Does that make sense, everybody? But you overstand. You understand. You overstand, Rachel. I get it. And the thing is that to have those part 2s, parts 3s, Rachel said that she wanted a part 2, part 3, part 4 from me. But again, to have those part 2s, part 3s, part 4 kind of overcomplicates things. But then here's the real question, El Bell and everybody else, have you mastered the basics? That's for real. That's a question. Have you mastered the basics? I know you want all kind of money and all kind of I'm squirreling out a little bit. I know you want all kind of money and all kind of fame and all kind of responsibilities and all kind of this and that. But can you balance your motherfucking checkbooks? Are there still checkbooks out there? Can you balance your checkbook? Can you clean your house? Basics, cuz. I'm just saying. Okay, that's it. Any other questions? Please, please, again, put the question mark in the front and the question mark in the back, right? So let's get to it in regards to what's happening today. Ooh, where's my other book? I have notebooks on top of notebooks on top of notebooks, y'all. I am a real writer. I have 5, 6 different notebooks for 5 or 6 different things in my life. It's the weirdest thing ever. And I wanted to know what time, and I wrote it down. The new moon is today, 11:53 p.m. I'm sorry, my bad. 11:53 a.m. on the eastern side of things. So the new moon has already passed, and we're almost up on the moon turning into Gemini real soon. All right. So today I want y'all to do yourself a favor and pretend you are a student. Again, find out where 28 degrees Taurus is in your particular chart. And let's talk about this new moon in Taurus. Now, by the way, did you know, and I'm sure you do, that Taurus is the first earth sign, right? So we have Aries as the first fire, the first sign. Aries is fire, Taurus is earth, Gemini is air, Cancer is water, and then we go back to what? Fire, Leo. Then we go to earth, Virgo, air, Libra, water, Scorpio, so on and so forth. All right, see the cycle? That's called a quadruplicity. In any case, the bottom line is this: Taurus is ushering in a new opportunity to be earth bound, a new opportunity to solidify everything that was on fire, everything that came in hot and heavy. Remember, we had 2 new moons in Aries last month, right? If I can remember correctly, we had one on 420. Who can forget 420? Eyebrow, exclamation. And then we had the new moon eclipse 2 weeks after that. See, I forget that date, but I remember 420. Oh, wait, maybe it's the other way around. Oh, wait, hold on. Hala. The first new moon was March 21st. And then the second new moon eclipse, I believe, was 420 or 421. Whatever the case may be, they were both in Aries, right? That's very, very rare. Very, very rare. Okay. We usually have one new moon in a particular sign once a year. So here's Taurus's opportunity after that new moon energy in Aries came in hot and heavy, and we needed it. We needed a little blast, right? Think about it. Think about it energetically and intuitively. We needed a little blast of fire. Why? Because we've been sitting on our asses for the last 2 or 3 years, mulling in sadness, confusion, frustration, poverty, you know what I mean? Loneliness, right? Think about it energetically speaking, right? So here comes this new moon in Aries, 2 of them coming through with fire, like, get up, everybody wake up. Hi, Tina. So everybody get up, let's go, right? And then here comes the next new moon in its cycle in Taurus. Like, okay, we're going. Everybody is going. And Taurus says, now take that. Take what you got and all the newness that's coming. Take what you got and parlay it in a way in which we can solidify it. We can ground it. We can make it our own. We can make it practical. We can put some devotion behind that thing. Does that make sense? Everybody, are y'all with me on that? So here comes Taurus ushering in its new information. Squirrel. I'm not the type of person that studies too many people. If you know anything about Sonia Marie, or how about this, anything about astrology, I have a lot of stuff on my left side of my chart, which means I'm pretty independent and I don't really have too many mentors, to be truthful with you. Not because I'm arrogant or stuck up or think that, I have a lot of ego and what I know is what I know. It's because I'm a single sensation. My bigs laughs when I say that. I am a singular sensation. Like, I just want to do it on my own kind of feel. That's just who I am. So when it comes to mentors and people to follow and understand and model after, I don't have too many of them. However, Jan Spiller hit a chord in my heart because she was passed on to me by my mentor, Mama Nita, right? So the bottom line is Jan has this book called The New Moon Astrology book that I definitely recommend y'all get. Right. So you can write down your new moon wishes, but also because she has a slew of other books and she has a page on Instagram that is being, what do you call? generated by somebody else, because Jan Spiller passed away about 2 years ago. In any case, I want to tap into her book to show you and to elaborate on what she believes and what I agree to, is the new moon Taurus energy. Are y'all ready? Yes, yes. My apologies. I was washing dishes. You are funny, Leo lady. You are funny. Okay, I need to put this book somewhere. Here we go. All right. So when the new moon in Taurus, I'm only going to pick about 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4. I'm going to say 3. About 3 of the descriptions when it comes to this new moon Taurus energy. Are y'all there? Y'all with me? Y'all listening? You washing dishes with Sweet Tea? The first thing this new moon in Taurus energy wants to promote for you is money. Money, 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 money. Yo, Taurus loves money. Understand this. Not like other signs. You know, I always joke and say Leo energy is loves money because it's luxurious and it's generous, right? Taurus is not as generous as Leo. To be truthful with you, it's incredibly frugal. You know, any Taurus people who have millions and come to a dinner and just buy their just by their dinner. I'm exaggerating. But the bottom line is that the real reason, in my opinion, that Taurus energy is about money and is about quality living is because Taurus energy respects money. It respects the art of manifestation. It already knows. It already knows that it deserves a particular type of quality of life, a particular type of budget, for the lack of a better way of saying it, and not just with money but with time and all of that shit. It's really, really methodical in that way. So it respects what money has to offer, so it utilizes it and promotes everybody else's life to be just as good, including their own. So when it comes to money, new moon energy in Taurus, what new money wants to come to you, what new ideas around money wants to come to you, what new budgeting ideas wants to come to you, what new ideas around money in regards to you pulling back and not spending so much. You dig what I'm saying? What do you want to invest in? When we talk about money with Taurus, we're not just talking about spending and making it, or making it and spending it, whatever order you want to go into, right? It's about the respect of money, the handling of money, the understanding of money, the manifestation of money. Do you need to manifest? Like I said before, I'm sure a couple of videos back, I listen to Hallie and Chloe every now and again, and they have that song, I Got Money Everywhere. Like, how do you manifest money coming down to you? What's your manifestation tool? It's new. It's a new moon. So it's about new information coming in to get you, coming into to be appreciated by you. You dig? And again, if you need to be frugal and you need to hold on to some shit, maybe that is coming for you in that way as well. Now, again, what house is it falling in? Is it falling in your 4th house, which means that possibly maybe you should be frugal with your family and not give them busters so much money when they come around? I'm joking. But the bottom line is, you got family always with their hand out and shit. A new moon in Taurus lands in your 4th house. It may want to wake you up and go, yo, you need to treat your family different when it comes to your money. You dig? If that went over your head, don't worry about it. Rewind and listen a little slower, because I'm not going to talk slower. Money. You dig what I'm saying? All right. Another situation in which Taurus is highlighted in when it comes to the new moon is perseverance. Perseverance. Mystic, I asked you to go into the room. Y'all, this little dog be having a session all by herself. She need a dildo. That's what she do. She need a goddamn dildo and leave me alone. I don't want, hey, I don't want to listen to you doing all that. Okay. Perseverance. Perseverance. Another real reason why I think this is important to intuitively connect with this, y'all. We had 2 new moons in Aries coming in like blah, blah, fire, fire, 1-2 punch with a lot of interesting risk-taking energies just blaring at us, right? And here comes Taurus going, this new moon energy saying, how will you persevere with all of these opportunities, with all of this newness that's coming around you? Even though you feel like you're in the middle of the crossroads and you have no idea what the hell is going on. I did put her on blast. I'm sorry. I held it for a long time. I'm not going to lie, Alicia. I held it for a long time. I would be like, Mystic, stop, and wouldn't tell y'all. But just then I'm sorry, I had to blast her. I had to be that mama right there. Okay. So how do we persevere with these new opportunities that are coming in? How do you hold steadfast? And here's the thing about perseverance too, as you all know, but I just want to remind you, in the middle of persevering, pushing hard, being dedicated, being loyal to yourself, to your vision, to people that are around you, to your job, to your family, to your spouse, however you need to persevere, right? There's always going to be blocks. Imagine us walking down the road and you're persevering down this road. There's always going to be blocks, like the literal corner, right? We say blocks in New York, right? There's always going to be blocks that want you to stop. Take account of what's going on. Maybe put some negative shit up in your ear. Maybe make you stump your toe with some shit. Maybe you cross the street and you slip into some shit and you're like, what the fuck? The point of the matter is how do you persevere through all of these changes, through all of these distractions, through all of these things, this negativity, some negativity, some things that just want you to be patient on some shit, like wait for the light to change in order to cross the street to keep going down the road. Perseverance is not just pushing. It's not just being determined. It's not just saying, I'm going to do what I need to do. That's a part of it. Excuse me for burping. But then how do you handle all the other stuff that comes with it? How do you continue to walk even though they're throwing tomatoes in your face? How do you continue to walk when your own mother, when your own father, when your own sister, brother, your best friend is like, yo, you crazy for that? I don't know if I can support you in that. How do you persevere when your own family don't even want to be bothered with you? When you feel alone, when you feel lonely, when you feel out there, how do you persevere? Truly, that's a straight question. And if you don't know the answer to that, and you know that you need some perseverance in regards to any of those, at least, what's the next thing we should do? If we don't have the perseverance, I talk about it all the time. What's the next thing we should do? What are we doing here? Pray. Pray. Please pray for it. Because oftentimes we'll be walking down the street. Oftentimes we wake up and we have no idea. Oftentimes we are cloudy as fuck. And people, I'm going on a squirrel, y'all, and a little bit of a download. But I've said this before, but I feel like I need to say it one more time. Folks, as we all do, I'm including myself, we get caught up in our feelings too tough, in our ego too tough. We get over burdened with thoughts and facts, outdated facts, AVAIL, and new facts, current facts, all kinds of facts, which can sometimes allow us not to persevere, right? And I can't tell y'all the power of prayer. I can't tell you enough about prayer. Prayer works, Angela Hill. Prayer works. And here's the thing about it. We have to pray knowing that it works. We can't just say, okay, God, this is what I need. Oh my gosh. La, 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 ba, 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 ba. Thank you. Go get off your knees and walk to the bathroom. And the next thing you know, 10 minutes later, you're worried about the same gosh darn thing. You just blocked your prayer. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying get into the habit of believing in your own prayers. Because a lot of people don't have the energy, the physical energy, the mental energy right now, the emotional energy to persevere. I get it. But use prayer, use your ancestors, use your guides, use hugs. Can we hug again? God damn it. Can we just stop and hug each other? Like for real. Now there's one or two people on here is like, okay, son, you're getting a little too mushy, a little too emotional. This has nothing to do with the facts and the understanding of astrology. I'm talking about you. Astrology is a beautiful tool, but I'm talking about you. How do you persevere? How do you sustain your own light? How do you sustain your own life? Hug somebody, pray, tell somebody, I need you. Like, I absolutely want you to come over here because I need you. I need to go to the store with you because I need you. Talk to people. That's all I'm going to say. The third thing I'm going to talk about this new moon in Taurus energy is recognizing within this perseverance, recognizing your self-worth. Do you deserve it? Do you deserve the money that you're calling in? Do you deserve the need for mystic? The need to persevere? Do you deserve the need to surrender and stop being so gosh damn stubborn? The value and worth Okay, so here's a hint. The second house is Taurus's house. Okay, the second house in astrology deals with earning money and deals with self-esteem, deals with value and worth. Because the quality of who we are begets the quality that's looking for us. Y'all know this shit. It sounds like a goddamn meme. If you think that you're not worthy of X, Y, and Z, you're not getting it. Is the bottom line. Because whatever it is that's out in the universe and in our stratosphere needs to match up with you. It needs to match up with the calling. You did? Hear me, y'all. Like really hear me. So what that means is that oftentimes we got to trick the universe. Even if you feel like you're not worth it, just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Oh God, I'm so grateful for this $1 million that's in my pocket right now. I know I'm worthy of this new job that I'm about to get. I know I'm worthy. I deserve this. I worked my ass off. You have to feel worthy. You have to know. In order for you to manifest whatever you want in your life, you deserve that thing. When you worked and you lived long enough, you've cried way too many tears. And please, and very please, don't let nobody, especially the elders, man. I love the elders, but they were born and raised in a whole nother time. I spoke about this before, time and time again, in which we're not supposed to boast. We're not supposed to say how dope we are and how much quality we need in our lives and how much we deserve. It's almost taboo to them because they were taught to keep their head down and work. Keep their head down and get that 401k. They wasn't taught to evolve, to expand, to know that they are God's child in a way in which they are rightfully, they take your time, Sonja. They receive what it is that they need rightfully, like every other gender, every other race, every other country, every other freaking planet in the galaxy. You understand that we are worthy. It's our birthright. They wasn't taught that. You understand? We have to reteach ourselves that we are worthy, not just of millions, but how about this? Simply put, happiness, motherfucker. Like the other shoe is not going to drop. And if it did, if it does, and if it did, it was a lesson that we needed to learn. It's not personal. I'm going all over the world with this, y'all, but I want y'all to hear what's really coming through with this new moon in Taurus, because it all comes back to one. It all comes back to how we're going to solidify the opportunities that are surrounding us, the things that we know we want and we need. We just have a hard time grabbing it. Taurus says, I want you to reach out and grab it. I want you to plant that motherfucker. I want you to put some prayers over it, spit in the dirt if you need to, say a little song, a little tune, conjure up whoever you want to conjure up from the other side. You understand what I mean? And know with conviction that that shit is going to grow, whatever that is. Whatever manifestation that is. You're like my poetic explanation about this new moon in Taurus energy. Where does that land in your chart, y'all? Like on some real shit. If you know it, when I ask you, please put it up and I'll expound on it for you. Sure, we will. Let's do it. It's always about reteaching yourself, Angela Hill, over and over and over again. And also about forgiving yourself for the things that you didn't know maybe a year ago, that you didn't know maybe 2 months ago, that you didn't know last week. And you're sitting there like, oh shit, right, my bad. Oftentimes people want to sit in that my bad and try to cover up and try to justify or try to give whack ass, half ass apologies for the, oh, my bad. No, that my bad needs to be flushed out with some love, with some understanding, with an apology, and then move the fuck on. That's how I see it. I said when I ask y'all, you see what I'm saying? You know what? Y'all don't pay attention to instructions. You do not pay attention to instructions. So this 28 degrees Taurus, though, I hope it's the right house, because if I read it and it's something different, that's on you, boo-boos. You get that? This new moon in Taurus is awesome. This new moon in Taurus is awesome. New possessions coming through, right? New thoroughness happening. How are you going to be thorough in what it is that you need to do? How, again, persevere, but how you push through and make sure that shit is right each step of the way. You get what I'm saying? You know, squirrel, people shit on, not squirrel, but people kind of shit on Taurus energy for being so slow and methodical at times. And I wouldn't say shit on it. I mean, maybe it's a little lighter than that. They talk a little shit about it. Why? Because Taurus people, Taurus energy is real slow and real methodical. I got Taurus on the 10th, so I know. But here's the deal about it. They may be that tortoise. They may be the ones that come show up to the party a little bit later than everybody else. But like Pisces energy, oftentimes they always show up on time. They always show up on time. The Taurus people and Taurus energy, more importantly. You get what I'm saying? So it's this energy of perseverance, of being methodical, of being persistent, of being thorough, of following through, of trusting yourself, being steadfast, releasing stubbornness, releasing attachments for things that don't longer work, because Taurus energy can wear a welcome out. They can wear a welcome out. I'm trying to tell you. It's time to go. It's time to go. You dig what I'm saying? Also, physically speaking, no, let me go back. So it's about all of these things in which Taurus energy wants us to utilize when it comes to solidifying new opportunities that come into our lives. How are we going to push through with it? All right. Listen, Taurus energy, new moon, Taurus energy. I'm talking a lot more than I thought I would about this. Taurus energy, to be truthful with you, like every other sign and constellation, shows up as a meridian on the body. We talk about this in the village hut too. We do. We study meridians in the body. We study chakras and auras and all kinds of shit that I want y'all to kind of get down on. I don't know. By a show of yes, y'all. Do y'all want me to do another village hut this year? Yeah, I just want to know. Please let me know. So physically speaking, the meridian in the body, right, deals when it comes to Taurus energy, deals with the throat. Interesting, right? So that means new information, new moon, Taurus energy, new information may come through about, I don't know, something that you have going on with your throat. You have a sore throat, you have strep throat, you have this little nodule over here that you feel like there's a little bump and you've been procrastinating or trying to figure out what that is or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to go to the doctor. New moon in Taurus says, yo, it's right about time for you to do that. Try to get some new information about what's happening around the meridian of Taurus energy. You get what I'm saying? Oh, only 3 people going to come in the village hut? Let's do it, Angela Hill and Zoe and Lydia. Let's go. I've done it with less. Actually, I haven't. But I'll do it with 3 this time. Hey, y'all get what I'm talking about in regards to this throat area? Or are you speaking enough? This is a new opportunity for you to talk, for you to speak, for you to say some things that's on your mind in a way that's calm, cool, and collected, and has a little bit of a caring around that, compassion around that thing, right? Or do you need to shut the heck up? That's a real thing. Some people really need to be quiet. Loquaciousness runs rampant oftentimes, especially when people are fearful, when they're nervous, when they don't know what to say, so they say everything. So are you the type of person where you need to just shut that down for a little bit and be a little bit more observant? Taurus, meridian, energy, right up here in the throat. You need to sing what you need to do. You need to get off the pulpit. I'm talking about it because I want y'all to see yourselves and what it is that I'm saying right now. All right, Zoe, this resonates with my Taurus 7th house, heavy 7th house. Let's talk about you, Miss Zoe. In regards to that 7th house, I hope the new moon at 29 degrees Taurus lands in your 7th house. And what that means is new opportunities for you to talk to your partner, be it business or personal relationships. Also to them haters. The 7th house are about partnerships, but deal with haters too, because our competition, our haters can be partners as well. They motivate us. They allow us to check ourselves, or they give us an opportunity to check the haters and to present boundaries when we need boundaries on some self-love type shit. You get that? Okay, that's 7th house right there. Who else put their thing up there all prematurely? I'm teasing. It's just who I am, y'all. We got Tatiana in 3rd house, 28 degrees. Yeah. Okay. So this may sound like a repeat offender, but it's not. The third house is Gemini's house. So it's about communication as well, right? So it's about what it is you need to speak about, Tatiana. Communicative, like maybe possibly third house, you need to talk to your siblings. Maybe possibly third house, you need to speak around your neighborhood, right? The third house deals with local environment. Maybe you need to start by going to, I don't know, volunteer your information. And ooh, we no, 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 no. When I start seeing people's people, I'm like, I didn't open the door. Why y'all open the door? Tatiana, because I know a little bit of your story, your sweet, sweet grandma just came through and she said there's some organizations that want you to work with them in the neighborhood, but you keep saying, I ain't got the time. Let me tell you something about Aries people. I love you, Tatiana. I really, really do. I have an affinity for you. I can't necessarily, no, I love you. And I can't necessarily say I know you. That's what I wanted to say. So we can say it's an affinity, right? But what I do know about your Aries energy and about Aries energy, period, is that oftentimes if it doesn't involve them and what they need to do and get and receive, they ain't doing it. Or at least they don't have the aspiration. You get what I'm saying? But I hear your little sweet grandma. She says there's some organizations that are around about in the neighborhood that possibly maybe you can get down on. Possibly maybe you can lend your time to, whether it's volunteering or whether it's, you getting paid for it or whatever. It's about putting your time and energy and attention on something else every now and again. I try to say that to a lot of people, especially Aries people, Leo people, Sagittarius, those that are normally self-centered or just singularly involved. They just roll like that, especially all the fire signs, right? Oftentimes, if we take attention off of ourselves and we put it on other people with our whole heart, our lives start to develop in a way in which we would never think. Why? Because we're not pushing the river. We're not trying to burn shit down. You dig what I'm saying? It's all for me, for me, for me, for me. Sometimes you got to let the fucking river grow, man. Sometimes you got to wait for a little while. You got to be patient. You get what I'm saying? So, Tatiana, you may need to listen to your grandmother and go on and do that. You do like I do when they pop up when I ain't trying to hear them. Rabbi Rob. Singularly involved. And that is a reaction of a singularly involved kind of person right here now. Because I'm like, y'all, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. Thank you for understanding my plight. All right. Okay. Well, speaking of Rabbi Rob, you already know, since you know astrology, right? I'm going to tell you a little bit, though. The sixth house is for everybody else. The sixth house is Virgo's house. So if that 29 degrees Taurus is ending up in your sixth house, is it about some new exercise regimens you need to do? How you need to take care of your body better? How you need to service not other people, but more so yourself. That's weird. Okay, the sixth house, I'm saying what the information that's coming through my brain is weird right now. But the sixth house is about health. It's about daily activity, what you do from 9 to 5. Are there some new things that are shaping up your daily activity that begs you to get on board so you can make your life better? And that's exercise, right? Or that's a new schedule, right? It's waking up earlier or waking up later, something new in regards to that energy. Thank y'all for the 22 thumbs up and 27 people in here. That means most of y'all resonate with what I'm saying. And I appreciate that. Right, Rob? All right, fuck it. Since we're gonna go, I do have a reading very soon, so I don't want to get tapped out. Y'all understand that? So I'll just talk a little bit. There's a man on the other side for you, Rabbi Rob. I don't know who he is. And if this is not for you, it's somebody who just left. He's very overweight, very, very, very overweight. But a joyful spirit. And I have no idea why he's trying to hand me peppermint candy, like the little peppermints or not a candy cane, the little peppermint, this candy. There's all kind of candies in his hand. And he's saying he wants you to get up on your health. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna stop right there because I bugs me out when they just come through and I feel like, like, am I right? What's going on and why are you talking about what? Okay, that's for you, Rabbi Rob. I love saying your name. It's like, goddamn, come on down. You're the next contestant. 12th house, 13 degrees. Lydia, I don't understand that. So that means your 12th house it starts off on the cusp at 13 degrees. So that means 28 degrees Taurus is in your 12th house. If you can clear that up for me, I'd appreciate that. Melissa, Jess, 29 degrees, 28 or 29. Either way, now I'm confused by you too, Melissa. Are you saying your 12th house starts at 29 degrees? Where's 28 degrees Taurus? What house is that located? Let me go to the other people. Cicely, 9th house, expansion, baby. Come on now. You already know that. 9th house is about travel, about expansion, about evolution, about God, about about culture and philosophy. What new girl do you go to church? Because I just heard maybe you need to find a new church in the neighborhood. Maybe you need to find somewhere. If it's not a church, it's a new center to worship. At the very least, just to be around for a couple of hours, some like-minded people who are getting the Holy Spirit, who are feeling some good things, if not just the music that's uplifting them. You need that. You need that daily activity kind of thing, or at least once a week kind of thing. It's in your 9th house is promoting that for better quality of living. That's for you, Cicely. I'm going to keep on keeping on. Got to make the best situation. Tamara Blue, that 28 degrees is in your 2nd house. Oh, more money. Sorry, y'all, my ear is bugging out. 2nd house is about earned income. The money that you need to go out there and get. So I know you got the energy. I know you got the talent. I know you got the suave there. And you're cute as a motherfucking button, Tam Blue. So go on there and make that money. Earn that money. There's like 2 or 3 different streams of income that want to find you. They said that you have to make the time for it, though. There are things in which you're doing that that you make money with, like Jametta's joint. Like you make money with certain situations, and then there's certain situations and involvements you have that you don't make money with. You understand what I'm saying? That you feel for your heart. You know, I want to do this. I want to put my heart out there, and that's cool. But you can't put your heart out in 5 different things because it's only 24 hours in a day. Tam, you get that? You got to get that drive. You got the drive. You just have to solidify Taurus energy, persevere. You have to solidify what it is you want to put your time and your energy into in order to make that money, chick. You dig what I'm saying? You was doing so much free tracking coach. There you go. You was a track coach for a little while. I know this looks crazy, y'all, but it's something in my ear. And it ain't a roach because we ain't in 1976. That's when I used to sleep with roaches back in the projects. Oh, my throat. I mean, my thing. Taurus, 29 degrees Taurus. Monica's in your 9th house. Again, it's the same with Cicely. Rewind selector. 9th house is God's house, evolution, and all that. Time for you to get up on it. You may need to travel, sweet lady. That's what I heard for you. That's the gym, the temptations, right, Nelson? Can someone share how we find the degrees that she is asking us about? You're so cute, Alicia. Do you have your chart, sweetie pie face? I saw those question marks. Do you have your chart? If you have your chart, you can look it up your gosh darn self. Or, okay, cool. So the chart, like I said at the top of this video, real quick, is broken into 12 pieces of pie. Look at it like a pizza pie, right? Wherever Taurus is in that particular pie at 28 degrees, each piece of pie is 29 degrees, by the way, okay? Or 30 degrees, right? see where Taurus is in your particular pie, and then you'll see the house. Boom. There you go. There you go. All right, let me see. Let me see who else is jumping out at me. Hey, if you like what you hear and this is resonating with you, please share this video with your friends on Facebook, on Instagram. Take a little picture. The Leo is strong today, y'all. Take a little picture and let people know that we're here talking about astrology and all kinds of things that can help pump a motherfucker up. That's all. We're just here to help each other get better. Or if you like to leave a monetary donation, listen, I always accept and receive that. Cash App and Venmo and my PayPal is right below in the description box. I'd appreciate you, cousins. Like, for real? What? Jupiter's in Taurus in your fifth house, Melissa? Go on, girl. It's about creativity. Jupiter's in Taurus, or that new moon is in Taurus? Because Jupiter is not in Taurus yet. It will be in Taurus really, really soon, and I can't wait. Or is it? No, it's in Taurus. I'm tripping. Lord have mercy. I mean, I can't wait until it gets into the house that I wanted to get into. But is the new moon in Taurus too? And if that's the case, sitting in that fifth house, it's about love. There's new love opportunity or children, new opportunities when it comes around your children. Now, let me specify that. It could be that you could get pregnant. Oops, I'm sorry, it's a mistake. Motherfucker, slip on through. Or it could be the fact that you have to deal with your children differently, be a better parent, or have more fun with your children. Or if you don't have children, go out and adopt some people's children, not literally and legally, but like, grab a shorty for a weekend or whatever. Excuse me. Start to marvel in the excitement that children bring. The fifth house is about children and fun and creativity and love. What new opportunities are coming for you, sweetie pie, in that fifth house information? It's always said, you're on point, Miss Sonia. Thank you for confirming, because now I got no excuse to keep putting off communication. You sure don't. All right, let me see what other folks are saying. Help, I'm not getting the houses. I have my chart, Capricorn Sun. Mars is in Taurus. Okay, so this is why I do my best to teach just a little bit, because when I can't see you, it's really, really hard. I'm trying to think if I have a chart somewhere up here. It's really difficult to show you what that's all about, because I'm a visual learner and a teacher. However, I'm gonna do my best to pull up a chart on this gosh darn, whatchamacallit. I'll pull up Mystic's chart. Look at Mystic's chart. Will it show up? Fuck a duck. In this circle, good gosh darn it. See, it won't show up. Imagine it's a circle. Again, it's broken up into 12 pieces. If I advise you to go to alabe.com and get a different chart. So there are plenty of designs of charts that are out in the world, and some are a little bit easier, depending who you are, to read than others. ALABE has a really simple chart to read, and it'll tell you, I believe, if I remember correctly, it'll tell you what the sign is on each house, and you look for Taurus. That's all I can say right now, because I'll confuse you even further if I try to explain even further, and I'll confuse everybody else too. And then folks will be like, all right, this is not a class. Sorry, I need another class. It's okay, Kimberly. When you coming back to DC? Never. No, I'm just joking. I don't think I'm coming back to DC no time soon, but you can always join the Village Hut. It's online. It's a Zoom situation for 8 weeks, and it goes by like that, but it's a lot of fun. All right, nobody else wants me to read theirs. Alicia's 13th house. Okay, you bugging. There's no such thing as a 13th house. Sweet pie, there's no such thing. Okay, anybody else that I may have missed that would like me to read where this new moon in Taurus is falling in their chart? I would be happy to. Otherwise, I'm going to read our card and get the heck up on out of here and say farewell to Freestyle Fridays. What you got? What you got? What up, y'all? How you doing? New moon in Taurus conjunct Chiron. Look at her and her conjunctions and aspects. In the eighth house, ooh-wee, she says LOL because it sounds intense, but I'm not scared. You better not be scared, girl. Let me break it on down for you real quick. First of all, for the people in the back and those in the front that may not even know, conjunctions is when you have one entity, which is the new moon that we're talking about, and Chiron, another entity, which we're talking about, that are at least about 5 degrees away from each other in the same sign. Some astrologers read it as much as 10 degrees away from each other, but absolutely when they're within 5. That means if the new moon eclipse and this may not be your situation, Yaya, so you don't have to correct me, but this is just an example for the sake of teaching. If the new moon, not eclipse, the new moon in Taurus is at 28 degrees Taurus, possibly maybe her Chiron is at 26 degrees Taurus. That's only 2 degrees away from each other. Today is a teaching day. Y'all better sign up for the fucking hut, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's fun too. At least I think so, right? So that's the conjunction. That means they're vibrating together. In a conjunction, what's very, very interesting is that they either neutralize each other, which means that you can't tell one from the other. You can't tell, is this new moon energy or is this Chiron energy? Or one enhances the other and helps the other through. Does that make sense? And helps to not necessarily expose, but improve the information and the connection that they made. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, rewind and listen to it again about 5 times. So the bottom line is that her new moon, and thank you for saying this, Yaya, her new moon in Taurus bringing in new information. What house did you say? 8th house. New information in her 8th house. Ooh, new opportunities to have good time, woohoo, new sex life. I'm just saying. Or the 8th house deals with contracts, negotiations, other people's money, like people who invest in you. You understand what I'm saying? Royalties, things of that nature. People that the money that people gift you as opposed to the money that you earn. That's the 2nd house, right? So new opportunities for new money gifts, right? New gifts or new sexual escapades, whatever the case may be, is being hit, highlighted by Chiron. Chiron, y'all, is the wounded healer. Chiron deals with an event that happened between when we were 6 and 13 years old, I'm lying, 12 and 16 years old, right? Something happened that created a stain for Yaya and for everybody here, okay? Wherever Chiron is, Chiron, wherever Chiron is, it asks you to grow through the wound so you can heal. And then you can heal somebody else with the same affliction. I love Chiron for that. Chiron is like, I know I'm fucked up. I'm just trying to make us all better. I'm just saying. So she got new moon information in Taurus, steady, dependable, ready, coming in that 8th house, right? Giving us some money over however it plays out for her. Is aspecting, is hitting her Chiron. That means it could jar some wounds that come up. Let me give you an example. Possibly maybe somebody is going to invest in her, right? And she's like, I got this new opportunity, this new art class, this new blah, 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 blah. And then an entrepreneur comes along and says, well, I want to give you $10,000 for that. When it hits her Chiron, she's scared. Now she's like, oh, new opportunity to give new money, gifts, right, in the 8th house. But then Chiron gets affected. Ooh, that's a wound right there, bitch. I don't trust people who give us money. Then we got to pay them back. Then what's the interest? The last time I paid them back, they took my money. And then they didn't make good on their money. Then they talked about me. You get what I'm saying? There were wounds surrounding that. But this new opportunity begs her to look at her wounds differently now. Why? Because it's a different day, y'all. Because it's a different day. So the bottom line is hitting her Chiron to say, yo, wake up. Reignite your wounds so you can know with your maturity with it being a different day, and how to utilize this new moon energy in Taurus a lot differently this time. How can we go forward and past this and heal from it? Boom. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all getting a lot out of me today. Gosh darn it. This new moon in Taurus conjuncts my Jupiter, which is at 29 degrees in the 8th house. Now, this is just the contrary. So Melissa has her new moon in Taurus, same 8th house, same opportunity list. Let's just go with the same analogy or example, right? New moon in Taurus, same 8th house. Instead of Chiron, though, it's hitting her Jupiter. That means there's new opportunities. That new money, that new investment ain't $10,000. It could be $10 million. Get what I'm saying? Why? Because Jupiter deals with abundance and opportunities and skittles and rewards and awards and optimism. It's gonna come with a whole lot more. It's gonna come with not only just the new shit, but it's gonna exasperate whatever is new in a big Jupiter kind of style. Good for you, Melissa. Good for you. Was that on point, Yaya? Yo, they got me going on this orange juice over here. It ain't even no vodka in this joint. I'm trying to say. Loving the breakdowns on the degrees. You are so welcome. I get this from my friend Layla Hathaway because she sings everything. She sings a lot better than me, but she sings everything. She'll call me and be like, Sonja, what you doing? I'll be like, Lay, would you stop? How you feeling? You want to go? No. You want to see? No. Okay, enough about my life. Layla's the bomb diggity. All right, y'all. That's all I got for you. An hour? Yes, that's all I got for you. See how time just flies? I hope this helped you in some kind of way, y'all. I hope they pass this on. It doesn't help when you just keep me as a secret. It doesn't help when this information just stays tucked with you. I had 1 or 2 or 10 clients tell me, I love you so much, but I have a hard time sharing you because I don't think my family and my friends are, up to speed in what it is you be talking about. And I just don't want them talking shit about me. That's a lot to unpack right there, first of all. But the second, the big thing about it is, well, how are we supposed to grow people if we don't out ourselves and let people know these new information that's coming around, new old information, because ain't nothing new under the sun, right? So it's like, share, and you'll be really surprised. You may have a cousin that goes, I love astrology, but I didn't want nobody to say, I didn't want nobody to tease me. So then you and your cousin got this whole little secret now. Why don't you share what I say and do? And talk about it. Thank you, Kimberly. You headed to my website? What you gonna do? Book a reading? You're gonna book a reading. Okay, Layla, get out my head. All right. Any questions before I get into this card? Because once the card is read and we say it as a prayer, as we always do in our own little way, I'm going to get off this thing. Again, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all being here on this Friday afternoon at 2222222. I got an answer machine. Let it talk to you. Okay, I need to put some music on because I am clearly down for the music. For the tunes, where's the nice when you need a motherfucker? Oh, you want to sign up for a class? Oh, the Village Hut is not in operation right now. I'm actually, I think when I come back, I am planning to do another installment of the Village Hut. The 4th one, by the way, after I come back from Costa Rica. So I would really appreciate if you would show interest by emailing me or leaving a comment and letting me know, and then possibly follow up, because there's a lot of people that say, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then when it comes down to it, motherfuckers just don't do it for whatever reason. No judgment. But if I put the money and the energy to drudge it up for us, then let's make it happen. All right, captains. All right. Miss Kimberly said, boo. Boo to you, honey bun. It's coming. All right. I can't wait either, Alicia. You know any producers out there? Anybody can help a sister out? I'm really trying to get a book deal. I'm trying to do a whole lot. I'm just trying to do way too much in the world today. Okay, no questions, huh? She says she can't wait for my TV show for those that are catching this recording. All right. I see no question mark. coming up. So we're going to go to the card and say, adios. Hasta mañana. Oh, not mañana. Hasta lunes. See you on Monday. All right, great Mother, Father, God, and all my guardian angels and ancestor spirits. Let's go. Come on now. Let me put this fan on. I read this card once before, but this is so appropriate for new moon in Taurus, is it not? I need some whys up there. I need some yes, y'alls up there. I need some love for the abundance that's coming through. 10th house Chanel, that's your career house. The abundance that's coming through. Come on, new moon in Taurus. Taurus is about money. Did we not just talk this thing up? Y'all don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with God. Oh my gosh. That is incredible, huh? Gotta love it. The awesome thing about this particular card, in which I'm going to give you a little prelude on, is the fact that it has to deal with the balancing of masculine and feminine energy. This is the overall, the huge outlook in what prosperity and abundance really, really looks like. Truly, you know, I pick these cards randomly, or the phone does anyway. You know what I mean? So they with us. They're saying, yo, not only get that abundance, not only be prosperous, but how are you going to receive it? You're going to receive it on both ends, both in a masculine and a feminine kind of way. Let's do this thing. I'm going to read it. And if y'all have questions, please, I will take a minute to answer. But understand that this is bigger than money. It includes money. It's bigger than money. Bust this shit. Let me put this up here so I can see. The Dionysian character, this Dionysian character, the dude that was here, character, is a very picture of the whole man, a Zorba Buddha, who can drink wine, dance on the beach, and sing in the rain, and at the same time enjoy the depths of understanding and wisdom that belong to the sage. In one hand, he holds a lotus, showing that he respects and contains within himself the grace of the feminine. His exposed chest, which is an open heart, and relaxed belly show that he is at home with his masculinity as well, utterly self-contained. The four elements of earth, fire, water, and sky, astrology, all conjunct at the king of rainbows who sits atop of the book of the wisdom of life. If you are a woman, the king of rainbows brings the support of your own male energies into your life, a union with the soulmate within. For a man, this card represents a time of breaking through the conventional male stereotypes and allowing the fullness of the whole human being to shine forth. Ashe, aho. Let me tell you something about that, and receiving money and abundance and prosperity and all of that thing. When it comes to the masculine and the feminine, in way that they describe this and describe this card and this character, is the idea of receiving and giving. Receiving being feminine, and masculine being giving out. The left side to receive, the right side to give out. You get what I'm saying? The woman being the receptor and the male being the one to give it to her. I'm not trying to be crass, but think about it sexually, right? Or anatomically. You dig what I'm saying? It's the balance of the energies of male and female, because that's the only way shit can flow. Boom. That's the only way abundance and prosperity, whether it's money, possessions, love, or whatever you consider to be abundance, can find you. Boom. If you allow the flow to come in and you allow whatever needs to go out. Boom. That's why human beings fucking tripped up, because sometimes we don't know how to open the door and allow shit to come in. And then oftentimes we don't know how to let things go and let it just be and not take things personal. You break up with people, you drop your best friend, you move across the country, you do what you need to do for you. It ain't personal. It ain't personal to the next person, you dig? This is what abundance is all about. How can we live in abundance if we don't get that basic back to fucking one, to the top of this broadcast? If we don't get the basics of how to survive? That's a real question. How can we receive what it is that we need to receive? New moon Taurus style. If we don't understand that some things we need to receive and some things we need to give. In order to be abundant, in order to be prosperous, in order to be happy, in order to persevere, in order to be deemed self-worthy, in order to know that you are the best quality that you're going to be in this moment in time, you got to receive and give. It's a figure eight sway out this bitch. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Come on now. Come on now. All right. That's all I got for y'all. I pray that you have an awesome, awesome weekend. And hasta lunes for sure. I will see you on Monday. Be good to yourself, y'all. Please be good to yourself. Be good to yourselves. Forgive yourselves. Know that you are worthy of it all. When you think to yourself, squirrel, should I ask them to repeat that one more time, or will they think I'm crazy if I ask them to repeat it? I gives a fuck. Ask them to repeat it one more time. And who cares if you're crazy? You're worthy. You're worthy of clarity. You're worthy of all things. You get that? All things that are divine in a heart that you belong to. And that's the heart of God. That's spirit. That's light, y'all. I'm going to go before a preacher comes on out of me. Preacher Sonya Samuel. Preacher Sonya Marie Samuel. I'm just saying, come to my church on the corner of Crenshaw and goddamn 45th Street. Or maybe not Crenshaw and 45th. I love y'all. Be good, okay? Take care.